What is creativity? I think that it starts with the inspiration, and a lot of things like that. When I get inspired by something and I want to like capture that, and in order to capture that thing that inspires you, you have to create something to get that inspiration across. Being able to take something that's going on inside of your head and put it down, whether it's through painting, through a drawing, through a sculpture, through design, and being able to get it across physically for other people to see and other people to hopefully be inspired. I like that. I like being able to push the limits of it. Art should be about how it makes you feel, and if you're not moved by a piece, and if it's just not your style, then it's not your style, but there's somebody out there who will appreciate it. I mean, different strokes for different folks, and you can say that in terms of styles of art. People have different strokes that they use, different techniques, and people like different things. Sometimes the art is more about you, and sometimes it's more about the audience. I've done pieces that I want to make people feel something, and I've done pieces that, I had a bad day and I came home and I was like, you know what, I need to get this out and I'm gonna put it out on a canvas. And that piece was strictly for me. Now, if somebody else is moved by that piece, then great, I got my point across, I got my emotion across. And there's that physical manifestation of that. Probably 95% of my clothes are covered in paint splatter and glue, and my mom is ready to like kill me because I've like overtaken her dining room as my art studio, and there's like paint splatters on the walls, and yeah, you get a little messy sometimes, but it's worth it. I had an art teacher once, his name's Armando Soto, and he always tells us that you have to become one with your piece. So if that means you have to get down and dirty with it, I mean, I'm still covered in charcoal from this morning. There is always something to do for the business. I mean, I have a full-time job, I have friends, I have a family. Like I try to maintain like a life outside of business, but I'll be honest with you, it's difficult. Between trying to run the business, do the marketing, like get my name out there, meet people, go to galleries, and oh, by the way, I need to get my paintings done. I need to get my designs done. You know what? I work between both jobs. I work about 70 to 80 hours a week, and I don't regret a single minute of it because it'll pay off. I mean, I want this. This is something. If I wanted it to be a hobby, it would be a hobby, but I'm going to do it full time. So it's not a hobby anymore. I have a notebook, a secret little notebook at home that has ideas in it, and sometimes I usually carry it around with me on a day-to-day basis. So if I see something that I'm particularly inspired by, or if I get an idea of something that I want to paint or that I want to design, I write it down quick so I don't forget it. And that notebook, I just keep adding to it. So there's always something for me to do from a creative standpoint. I once heard a quote that the definition of success is being so busy doing the things that you love to do that you don't have time to think about whether or not you're happy. I don't stick to one type of art. I'm not just a painter, I'm not just a drawer, I'm not just a designer. I like to do all of them. So with that, I think that like my opportunities are just endless. I don't know where I see myself in the business in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years. I can't tell you a lot of specifics about it, but I know as long as I keep moving forward and keep progressing with it, there's no way it can go wrong. Cultivation! Yeah!
That was ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
So, you're right.